So I just wanted to tell you this little short video that thank you for your comments. Thank you for the new subscribers. I really appreciate you guys. The good and the bad. I do have negative comments. I do have, not on this video. I do have negative comments, and I do have thumbs down on a lot of my videos. And that comes with the territory when you're out there and you put yourself out there. I already knew this. I'm a seasoned person. I already understand how that works. I'm not bothered by that at all. My skin's pretty thick. You know, I've been through life, so I don't let that worry me. But I did want to address it because it takes me back to a time where, you know, I was bullied as a kid, you know, and it's almost like the same thing, but on a social media level. So I wanted to give you this example. Okay. Let's say you're at an art show outside or inside or whatever, and there's different artists with different tables of the things that they create, and you're walking, you know, and people are walking through each table and you're looking at what they're making. You look at one of them and you think to yourself, this is pretty cool stuff, you know? But you keep walking to the next table. Then you see something there and you see pretty cool stuff, but you actually verbalize it. You say, this is really cool stuff. And the artist says, well, thank you. Keeps walking, you know, and then you see this other stuff that you don't like that looks like crap, you know, and you think to yourself, wow, that's really bad, you know. So you just kind of nod and just keep walking, right? And then you see this other table that looks even worse than the other one, and for some reason you just decide that you're going to say something and say, wow, this is really bad. What made you want to do that? Why would you do that? That's terrible. That stuff is awful. You actually should have done this instead of that. I think you know where I'm going with this, right? So if you're going to walk up to somebody, right, an artist, and you look at the stuff that they made and you're not saying anything, but you like it, that's equivalent to a thumbs up, right? If you go to the next one and you like it, but you feel compelled to say something, that's equivalent to a comment that you leave, a positive comment that you leave. And then the artist replies, oh, thanks for liking my stuff. That's me replying, right? Then the next one that you didn't like, that you didn't say anything to, but you hated it inside, that's like equivalent to a thumbs down. And then the last one, where you actually had to vocalize it and say, wow, this is really crap. You know, why would you put this out here to sell? You know, aren't you embarrassed? Or, I don't know, I'm just making it up, you know. Or, you know, it's not good, whatever. You should have done this. And you even offer, which I think is hilarious, you should have done this instead of that. You know, I'm like, okay, I understand ideas, but there's a difference between offering an idea and actually trying to correct the person who's making it. So, you know, I don't ever go over to an artist and say anything. I look and I observe, and if I see that it could have been done better, I keep that shit to myself. I mean, why would I want to tell you that? Unless you asked me for it, unless you asked me for advice and you say, hey, you know, I'm welcoming ideas, you know. I do that in some of my videos, I do. But going back to the bullying thing, it's really easy for people to sit behind a desk and have, you know, fake names, or even if they have real names and they decide to leave negative comments on your pages or on YouTube videos that you post, whether you're on TikTok. Now, I'm not on TikTok. I don't like that platform, or anywhere else, right? This is coming from someone who has been a victim for many years of bullying. So this goes to you if you are, because I've looked at some of your things, and some of you don't have a lot of subscribers, or, you know, you're maybe starting out, or maybe you're kind of afraid, or maybe you're timid, or maybe you're watching this and you're not even there. You don't even have a video. My advice to you, coming from someone who's lived a long life, okay? I have a longer life than you think I do, okay? Is to say, don't worry about it. If you are a follower of God, or if you are a Christian, or if you believe in anything that's morally correct, and you are an ethical person with empathy for others, then that means you are not a sociopath, because sociopaths don't have empathy, right? If you have empathy, then you care about others and you really are a good person with a good heart, and somebody leaves a negative remark, or somebody gives you a thumbs down, or somebody says something really shitty that might make you feel bad for a couple seconds. Like for me, it really doesn't feel bad. I just laugh it off. I really do. I laugh it off now. But what you should do is respond with love. And responding with love really is showing the person that left that negative comment or that negative whatever at a place where they have to ask themselves. It's kind of like you hit a wall, because when you're going at somebody and you're mad and you want to say something nasty and they just smile back at you, there's no fight there. There is a fight though when you're trolling and you're trying to respond to the person, and it's so easy. But I'll be honest, I let that go a long time ago, where I don't do any more revenge. I'm really good with revenge, by the way, but I've stopped that because it was making me sick. It was poisoning my health, literally. So I thought, you know what? I'm not going to do that anymore. When somebody does something negative to me, or makes me feel, or not makes me feel, but when somebody says something negative to me or shows me, I'm just going to understand that nobody is going to like your shit. Not everybody. Some people are not going to like it, and some people are going to like it. You're never going to find an audience where 100% of the people like everything you do. It's like anything. It's like dating. Not everybody's going to find you appealing. Not everybody's going to find you pretty. Not everybody's going to find you ugly. Same thing. It works both ways. So you really have to look inside yourself and actually love who you are and understand where you came from, and give yourself that credit and that ego boost yourself. You don't need to look for it, and believe in who you are and say, you know what? I've been through this, and this to get to where I am now, and this is why I'm stronger. And if somebody is going to shit on it, then that's their life. That's their prerogative. That's their opinion. That's not the truth. That's just what they personally feel and how they personally feel. And it's probably coming from an ugly place if it's something ugly, because I can't imagine going to somebody and, you know, in an art show and looking at them and saying, you know, do you have any idea how horrible this is that you made? This looks really bad, okay? You really could have done better. You should have done this, and this. Like, I can't even imagine living with that person, that critic. You know? Must be horrible to be with them. Must be horrible to be them. So I feel sorry, you know, for those people. Really, I do. And I'm not just saying that. I really do. That's why I always send out love. Anytime somebody leaves a negative comment, I always send out love. I'll click the love button and I'll say, I love you. Look, I love you. You know why? Because that's where I'm from. And that's where my love is. And I believe that if we have more people like that actually show love and are more forgiving and less vindictive, we would be in a much better place, right? That's what I believe. So the truth shall set you free, my friends. Sooner or later, it all comes around. Every dog has his day. Karma is a bitch. You know the story. You really don't need to do anything. Just be good and let karma take care of them. All right, so that's my vent for today. My white face that I put all this new foundation on that doesn't match the rest of me. Thank you for calling me pretty, by the way. I can't even believe it. I didn't even know. It's like, aw shucks, man. I can't believe somebody actually called me pretty. I don't feel pretty sometimes. I really don't. I know that's hard to imagine because I always joke around. I joke around a lot. And a lot of times people think that I'm serious. Like with the little shorts that I've made. I'm doing an experiment with my shorts, by the way. I found the filters on the phone, and I couldn't sleep this one night, and I said, what the hell are these filters? And I started poking around, and I found these filters that changed my face shape. So I just started messing around doing little short, just because I was bored. That's it. Okay, I didn't have any internet that night. I was down for a couple of days, actually. I had no internet, so I was just using my phone. And you know, you get hooked on that real fast. And I just thought, I'm going to have fun with these, you know. And I have all these character ideas from people that I know, and, you know, how they are and how I am kind of mixed in. And I just created these little characters. And this one is that right here. So you can see how they came out. This is the one in the tutorial. Okay. Oh, I didn't see that right there. This part in the middle. Well, whatever. Like I said, it's a tutorial. I guess I could just trim that off, but just leave it that way. And that's right. Not perfect. Doesn't have to be perfect. Stop trying to work so hard to try and get things the right way before you do something, because that's going to be procrastination is what that is. You know, I do the same thing, though. I'm guilty of that. It's like, well, I have to have the setup. I got to have the lights. I got to have the camera. I got to have the table. I got to have the window. I got to have the right time when the sun goes down so it looks a certain way. And then I'm not going to be able to do anything until it's done. And then if I wait for that, I never do it. I never freaking do it. I will talk to you guys later. I'm going out now. And this is, you know what this is, right? This is a sock. This is the end of a sock that I told you in that other video for socks. People laugh at me, but you laugh at me, but you know it's true. You know it's good. They're good ideas. All right. So anyway, and I'll show you how I made these. Actually, I want to show you what I did with that. That's a good little DIY project. Those little cups right there. Those are cupcake cups. I know. My brain. All right. I'll talk to you later. I love you. I really do. Thank you so much for subscribing. Please do subscribe and share and comment. You do help the algorithm. You always do. Negative or positive. I still love you. Nobody's perfect. I don't expect you to be. I know I'm not. I'm far from it, that's for sure. But I think that if we all really learn to work together and be friends, you know, in a nice way, and actually learn from each other and share tips and, you know, help each other out, I think we can find a common ground. And a common ground meaning camaraderie and a positive space for artists and creatives like ourselves who are trying to make ends meet, who are trying to have a happy family, who are trying to survive, who are trying to be happy. Okay? We can do all that. We can have all that. And I forgot to spit out my gum and I look gross. Well, whatever. Talk to you soon. I love you. And what do we say? We say ciao.